Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we're walking down to where we used to have to bathe. This is a foreigner living in the Philippines. We live high in the hills of Bohol, and this was where we used to have to walk behind me in order to have a bath. This one here is Balalut, and this one is Talik, and they are our children. For our sins, they are our children. This one belongs to my sister-in-law, and this one belongs to my brother-in-law, Manarado's boy and Manilina's daughter. This is Talik, and this is Balalut, and they are a constant problem. Actually, they're a constant pleasure. But anyway, they're going to be with us for this walk, and I think that Talik is going to take the camera, yes? Okay. Come on, Annie. This is where we used to come to bathe, as I said, but that was before we installed an electric pump in a new well that we dug on the other side of the house. But this was our walk every time, and it was a pain. But as much as it was a pain, you only have to look around, and it is so beautiful. Those are the rice fields over there, which we're going to get a closer look at. I haven't been down here for, how long is it? 2, 3, 4 months?
4 months.
Since we had, or more, since we had the well put in and the pump, which brings water up to our house. Actually, you can see our house from here. So that used to be quite a walk just to have a bath. Well, this is all looking fairly clear now because there's been a recent burn. My sister-in-law Lena has burned a lot of this off, and so it's not so bad for walking. Now, because of the recent rain, it rained the entire night last night, and and a lot of it was real torrential downpour, and the well is right up there. You can also see that the rice fields, which are presently uncultivated, all of this gets sorted out very quickly once that they're looking for a harvest.
I think this rice field here was been poisoned. They put some pesticides on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to dry all the grass, because in the next planting they're going to work on this rice field.
That's my wife, Beth, that you can hear but can't see because she's on the camera. And this brings back
Try to get some water.
Pleasant enough memories. This was how we did it. Now, what I'm going
wash
to do
one of
is
them.
I'm going to pour this over Balalut so that you can, there's a what? Ooh, yeah. Wow. But anyway, I can still pour it over. You have no sense of fun. What is the matter?
You miss doing it here?
I miss the unique experience
Yeah.
that we had when I first came. If you can imagine that this was my introduction to life on Bohol. We came from Cebu. We got married in Cebu, where living is fairly civilized, even though we didn't live very grand there. We lived in the ghetto for a while, and then we came here, and we thought that life was going to change, and so it did, but not quite in the way that we thought. I learned to bathe here. It's a new experience for a Westerner to bathe with his clothes on, but you come down here and you bathe in your shorts, and the women bathe in a t-shirt and shorts, and you do what you have to, and yes, it's another unique experience. But I welcome all of those experiences because that's what produces change in yourself. If you're forced to live in a different way, with the upside being so much beauty, I just want to take a moment just to throw this boy in the well. It would make me feel good. That would be a good experience for me, wouldn't it? So, if we look behind, I think that is Lena.
Yeah.
That is the figure. Now it's Polantoy. Polantoy is the stepson of my brother-in-law, Manarado, who is also the father of this boy that I'm planning on throwing in the well. So, what else can I tell them, my dear wife?
I think the one thing that I tell them is I'm the one who picked water for you, right?
You're the one that did the water for me.
Yeah.
Now, when we came down here, my wife, who is very high maintenance, was like a little princess. She is still the same. And it was me, of course, who always got the water. I did it, not very well, but well enough. As you can see, I can get a full bucket now and handle this boy behind me.
I think this is 5 feet, right?
The well is a lot more than 5 feet.
Yeah, and this is good because there's a lot of water because it's raining. But before, during there's no rain, it's just a small water, you know.
It can go quite low. But whenever I came down, I always remember that there was a lot of water. If you look behind now in one of the lower parts of the rice fields, rice fields are always built in terraces so that water is not lost when it drains from one into the other. That's the design of the of the rice terrace. So this is quite different now to how it used to be. I remember when we used to come down before, a man built a small house up there. Can you see that house?
Yeah, he built that for...
Because I think his intention was to live there part-time when he was watching his crops. But we all have these grand ideas and plans. Sometimes they bear fruit and sometimes they don't. I know all about that because we've had big plans for our house. We hoped it would be finished by now, but 2 years later we're still working on it. But since then, we've also put in a well and we've done a lot of other things. I never ever did get to throw this child into the well, which I would have loved to have done, but anyway, no. So are we ending off now, my dear?
Yeah.
So this is a foreigner living in the Philippines with a boy that must go in the well. Bye-bye for now.